Hey everyone, this is Anna, the Hotoptionbabe. We're coming up on another new week. Now, last week was pretty much a bullish week, as you can see here on the chart. And if you can believe this, we hit that low back of 1068 here in the ES, and we haven't looked back since, okay? So that's pretty much what people are talking about, this V bottom here. Okay, that still leaves us within this triangle. Okay, it still leaves us in this, bear flag is what it is. You can draw it like this. You can draw the flagpole. That's a terrible drawing, but you get the idea. You can draw a rectangle. You can draw a. Get rid of that. It's basically just going sideways again. We really haven't gone anywhere. We just continually go up and then we go down, and we go up and then we go down, and there's your flagpole. Okay, I gotta get one of those drawing tools. Anyway, so as of right now, the daily tends to look a little bit bullish. However, this is just really a tough market to call, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I mean, it could be up, which it is tonight, 4.5 handles, and then tomorrow be down 25 at the open. It's just that crazy. And it is a tough trading environment. So what you have to do is make sure you know what you're doing, you use your stops, you use your levels, and you stay hedged. That's the most important. Now, speaking of levels, here we are. There's that 1068, okay? And now, here we are about, 11, we touched as high as, 1174 this past week, or was that Friday? Yeah. And banged right into this trend line here, okay? Did not break above it, but at one point this did pierce this through, but now when you redraw it, we're back here again. You've got a lot of your entertainers pointing up, but they can just as easily turn around and roll right over, okay? That's why you have to use everything in conjunction. Basically, we traced about 38.2% of our move from the 1068 bottom to the 1373 half top. Okay, this blue line would be 38.2%. I would not be surprised to see them try and poke through that here at some point. And but anything is possible. I really just playing it real. Basically mostly stocks. Been really doing good with Apple, and being able to catch that ride. And what else was it? There was a few others we've been doing. So that being said, okay, let's take a look at the Nasdaq NDX. I'm going to use the Nasdaq 100. Okay, same. You actually have a head and shoulder pattern in here that played out. Okay, there's the shoulder, there's the head, here's the shoulder. Now, or some people will call it a triple M and an A. And there you are, you're hitting your trend line right here, just like the other chart. This is all the daily charts now, okay? And again, your lower indicators are pointing up. This green line and the red line is your DMI, and your DMI is basically the red line is the bears, the green line is the bulls, and the black line is the strength of which they are moving. Okay, so that being said, it's basically a draw right here. I mean, you can see the green and the red are just almost intertwining here. It does appear like the green may cross over the red, but anything can happen. I will be honest with you, anything can happen. This is one of those markets. Actually, it's pretty exciting to trade if you got you got some knowledge, you got somebody to help you. You can see on an hourly chart, same thing. This trend line, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we're either gonna break out of here and go back to 1068 or lower, or it's going to make a higher low, and then we're going to push up into the rest of the year. That being said, I can't promise you which one it's going to be, because it's right up there with the unknown. You just have to take it a little bit at a time, and again, use your levels. Okay, those levels will keep you from making any big mistakes. What did I just do? Oh, I don't know. I hate when I do this. Oh, time and series. Okay. Is that what it was? Yeah. Okay. So, if you just go back and look at the 60 on the Nasdaq, you can see your 50-day crossed up above your 200-day. And that's when we got that real big surge here. I mean, you could have followed that and said, okay, well, I'll be bullish when that crosses, and you would have caught a lot of the move. I'm sorry, it's your 10 and your 30. Forgive me. I use your 10 and your 30. Okay, so you would 10 and your 30. When your 10 crosses over your 30, you can see the down move you get. But then you may get caught. That's why you got to use your stops. Very important to use your stops. Okay, especially if you're day trading or swing trading. Okay, let's take a look at the VIX. And what I use a lot is the VXX because it's the short-term indicator. The problem I see on this right here, just glancing at it, it has a head and shoulder on it. I can just look at it and see it. Okay. Now that being said, then always play out. It's not much of a shoulder here. And there's a long tail here, which tells me that it may have bottomed short term. So, but your stochastic or your DMI is showing the bears are losing some momentum. Okay, the bears now. So that's good for the VIX bears want the VIX to go down, which makes the market go up. Okay, and your green line is your bulls. So your bulls want the VIX to go up, so the market will go down. And now let's go look at, see how high we got here at 59.18. Okay, we got up here, and that's your trend line you want to keep an eye on. And I don't think it's done. Anything this high on a VIX is very, very bearish most of the time. Most of the time. Okay, but we've been fooled before. Let's go over and look at crude. Let's see if it'll let me pull it up. We'll look at, do you want silver or crude? Let's do silver. Now, I haven't been in silver in a little while, but to me, it looks like it's bullish in the short term. You know, I'm just glancing at it. It's bullish. You can see that we finally, if you look at the daily on silver, we finally broke out of this bear flag. That has been going on forever, okay? And usually, and what does this look like, what I'm drawing right now? It looks a bit like the S&P, okay? Looks like a little bit like the S&P, a little bit not as sharp, but you can see what it eventually did. It eventually broke down out of here, by consolidated, and it eventually broke down. That being said, right now it looks a little bit bullish. So I'm not in it right now, and I've got no, you know, I'm not in anything either way, so I'm just looking at what I see. I would probably be long. I try never have it on too many positions, as it's not a good idea to do that. You don't want to manage too much. The less you manage, the better. Now, what I noticed on Apple, there was a head and shoulder. Okay, and that's one of the reasons I'm in Apple short, and as well, the indicators are turning back over. Okay, you can see where they can fool you, and it looks like it's going to be a bullish run. There's a big long tail. Okay, that sort of shows you that, and there's your long bottom tail too, and then you got the next day the green candle. So you could have rode it long for a couple of days. Let me pull this up. Did I draw that? Just draw that? Oh yeah, I think I did. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour here. You can see, and I can tell you already that the Apple came down to 200-day moving average at 354, and boom, it banged right off of there, and you can see that big bottoming tail there. But again, look how it's the indicators are rolling over. So for me, I still, you know, until I see further evidence, I'm going to be short Apple, at least for a retest of that 200-day moving average. All right, everybody, have a great night. If you need any info, you know how to get me. It's right there on the website, and please comment and come over. I mean, I see a lot of guests on, but that just don't comment, and I'm so happy to see people chime in and, you know, and have a good discussion, because that's what helps everybody do better. All right, have a great night, and I'll see you somewhere on the blog.